I had about 5 days at home, which included travel on a train. I went back out to the East Coast telling my mother that I would, never get overseas. They weren't going to put me over there. I had flat feet and all kinds of stuff that, would keep you out of the service, but didn't keep me. But the taxi driver that took me to the train station, he said, "Oh my God, you'll never go." Well, I was getting pretty confident that I wasn't going to go. Well, we got to the East Coast, and within a week we were on a troop ship headed for Europe. You had bunks that were like 6 bunks high, and being so small, I was on the top, which I didn't care much for, but I was one of the few that did not get sick, so I was on KP, which they call kitchen police, the whole cruise, which really wasn't a cruise because we zigzagged. We were in a 100-ship convoy. The second night out, 2 ships collided, and of course we were down in the hold of the ship, and we were sure it was submarines and airplanes, but it turned out 2 of them had collided with each other, and they killed a couple of people, but we couldn't go out. They wouldn't let us go. They were afraid somebody would smoke and all that. I don't know how long it took. I can't remember for sure, but I would say it was 3 weeks before we got over there. And you can, of course, fly over there now in 7-8 hours, so that was a long time. We landed at what they call cigarette camps, like Lucky Strike, Camel, Pall Mall, Pell Mell, whatever, And then we got sent up into near the German border, and we were in what they call a Repel depot, which was an infantry replacement depot. We were there a couple of nights and were sent to join an artillery outfit, a 155 howitzer outfit that had been there for probably 6 months. And they were going to use us as what they call observers, which was to go up front and look out and find out how far away, people were and this and that. And we could hear the guns in the distance, and the 88s that the Germans had were just bang, 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 bang. It was just constant. And I was 17 and scared to death. If someone had been careless and foolish, I'd have probably shot them, because I would have figured they were the enemy. But we didn't do that. We didn't have to. But it was not a good experience when you'd never been anywhere before and no father. As a result of the first several weeks, we were considered in a combat zone, which was the last battle of Central Europe. And that was thrilling. Then they wanted me to go to the 15th Army headquarters, and to be very honest with you, I can't remember the city where that was, but wherever it was, they were pretty bombed out. I know we were in one town that there was a statue of Bismarck in the intersection, and we would ride up to the top, and I've got a picture of it somewhere in a book, and then go down about a quarter of a mile, and we were in a bombed out building. That's where we stayed, and it was just, you can't believe how demolished those cities were. I mean, our people and the English and, bombed the living daylights out of Germany. And then they were going to train me to be in cryptography work, which is codes and things like that. Well, the next day I was told my orders had been canceled, and I was going back to my old outfit, and we were going to get on a ship, come back through the canal zone, and go to Japan. This was before they dropped the atomic bomb. Then we got into Belgium, and they stopped us, and we camped out for a couple of weeks, and they said you won't be going because they've dropped the atomic bomb, and they, or otherwise you would have gone on to Japan to be in the occupation forces, and they were still fighting like mad over there, all the islands, Iwo Jima, Okinawa. You know, I again was a very lucky person that we did not go.